Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the channel. We've got another, I know I'm saying it a lot at the moment, another very different video today. We're trying something new and it's something that a lot of you have suggested yet again. So I do like doing stuff that you guys would like to see, and we are doing some FUT Champs highlights, but it's a bit more than that because I thought if I just do normal FUT Champs highlights, there's not really much point in it. You'll see me play a bit, but it'll just literally be the goals from every game. And I thought I want it to be something a bit more interested in that. And one of my favourite YouTubers actually, Harry Hesketh, some of you obviously know him as #Harry, he uploaded a video last week showing his custom tactics. And they fit my formation perfectly because it's one I already play, and I thought, you know what, I'll give that a go and then I can show you guys the results. And then obviously you can know if it's like good for you to use them or whatever, if they'll suit you, the kind of player you are. And I was thinking maybe if this goes well, maybe I could try out some other YouTubers' tactics. Maybe I could do like Huge Griller or Krassi or Kazooie or whoever. I can just basically end up like deciding which ones I think are the best and whatever, which ones are the most fun and stuff like that. So hopefully you enjoy it. I'll go through the tactics first. Of course, Harry's video is going to be in the description, and yeah, let's get into it. So before we actually go into the tactics, I think I should show you the team itself. The team is going to be executing these tactics this week, and of course it's very similar to my normal team. I think Estupinian is making his debut in Weekend League, but apart from that, it's what I normally use. Zanetti and Estupinian are actually very important players during this tactic. We've got that normal strike force of Bakambu and Teixeira with Talisca in behind, and Talisca in behind is actually an important thing because he hasn't been too effective for me recently, but with the new tactics that Harry has suggested, he actually ended up working for me a lot better. So I'm just going to show you here what you should do. Stay central is something I was a little bit confused about because this formation doesn't have much width. Stay forward on Talisca was a game changer, complete game changer. Have him on getting to the box as well. He's a massive header for me, but even if you have a short player, they can be there for a cutback. Same for Llorente and Herrera, but they're actually on cover wing here as you want them pushing forward, because we'll get onto that in a minute. And then Zanetti and Estupinian, this is the thing that was really surprising for me. They're on, not during the attack, they are on balanced attack and overlap, which means they are going to get forward. And on press on possession loss as well, with long ball, you're going to have a lot of players up the pitch all the time. And I thought maybe that wouldn't work too well, but it didn't end up being too bad actually. It was, like, the point of this is that they're fun tactics, but you can still win, and they definitely were fun. But we're going to move on to our first game now, and I can basically show you how it works. We're starting off against quite a hard team. It was literally original FC. I mean, who's ever seen Nick Pope and Joe Gomez in the same team before, or like, especially Mendy and Varane, like, who actually uses them? But yeah, you can literally see straight away we almost scored our first goal of the entire week with Estupinian on the overlap, and that is something that I hadn't had before. It was another really interesting attacking option. You'll know if you watch some of my older videos or some of my streams, you can see we finally got one up there, and like Talisca wouldn't be there in a lot of the formations that a lot of the tactics I was using before. But yeah, I'd score a few goals on the overlap with Wijnaldum when I used to use him, but it wasn't the same as this. This was much better, and that is just like stupid defending. I struggle so badly to use the auto switch. It really bugs me, and of course he did foul me a little bit too, so I couldn't really do anything. But yeah, you can see here another overlap. It's from Herrera this time, and that shouldn't go in from that angle. He did look offside as well, but it did end up counting. But we've got another one here. See, and these are the players that are affected by the tactic. You've got Talisca, who normally wouldn't be there. He normally would be quite far back, and he's got himself a goal. So we started off quite well, and normally in Weekend League I end up going like 14 and 12 or whatever. It's normally not too good. I normally don't end up doing too well, but we faced a pretty average team here. That Dybala really causes me problems all the time, but he had a pretty weak defence in midfield. But obviously it goes down to what kind of player they are. And that El Shaarawy, I played against it twice or three times. He's absolutely insane. I know Huge Griller made a video on him. He is ridiculously good. But it doesn't matter. He did go 1-0 up, but we fought back straight away, and it's Bakambu again. He's definitely a card I'd recommend. If you want a team that would work well in this formation, I do have a 10k team video that features a lot of these players if you're struggling for coins right now, so I can put that up as a card right now. But yeah, there was a lot of goals here. I did cut some of them out just because I needed to save time, whatever. And this just shows here, I just put that one in to show that the fullbacks going forward can cause a bit of an issue sometimes. And there is another tactic he suggests. He calls it the chill tactic, where basically you keep the same stuff, but you put your fullbacks on stay back, still on overlap for some reason when I shouldn't really be getting forward, but basically you change it to that. You can see a lucky goal just coming up here with Talisca. But basically that does work when you go like 1 or 2 up. Maybe at the start you come out all guns blazing, you fight, and then as the game goes on, maybe you get a goal, you want to shore it up for about 10 minutes, then you can go to that and you can just put your fullbacks on stay back, and it puts all the midfielders on stay back as well. If you want to watch the full video, you'll get quite a little bit, you'll get a few like extra bits of information that I can tell you here. But Jonathan David off the bench in this game, we ended up winning it 6-4 to go 2-0, and he was a massive sub for me. He changed so many games, as you'll see later, but it's that Dybala again, but this time he has a blue Ronaldo, and not just blue Ronaldo, Team of the Year blue 98 Ronaldo, and that's not what you want to come up against. And my defending in this game, and quite a few games as I said earlier, was just questionable. You can see Dybala literally runs through there. My main issue, I've seen it, while watching these back, I'm just going to appreciate his free kick quickly. It's the first one I'd scored in a long time with Talisca. But yeah, my main issue was like running forward with defenders and leaving a gap in behind, and you can't do that in any formation, like especially not one where you don't have that much fullback cover. So that was a bit stupid of me, and you can see here I did get punished for it. I think ones like this goal here, this wasn't even me being bad. Like, I should be able to win the ball there, but it's just Ronaldo, and you can't really do much about that. And that does happen sometimes. Sometimes you will just get unfortunate and concede goals. There's nothing that your tactics or how good you are at the game can do about that. Like, that is a great goal. I don't know if Stegen maybe should have dived. He probably wouldn't have got there anyway. But as always, we did stay and try and fight back. You can see Llorente got a little goal there, but we did end up getting our first loss, going down 4-2 there. But then I'll just go through a few games here. We'll see we got a win and loss. Either way, before we came up against a side that really did worry me, I do not, it will sound weird, I know there's a lot better players in the game, I do not like playing against either Werner or Aubameyang, or especially them together. And Inspector Gadget himself here, like, normally he just stops me scoring. Now he's scoring goals against me now. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? But yeah, this game did not start well at all. We went into a nice little 2-0 lead. The first goal was a bit lucky. That one was nice, though. I did rate that. And yeah, Werner always causes me issues, and so does Aubameyang. And I don't know why, because they're not really that much better than any other striker. I did also move my keeper a bit wrong at times this weekend, but we did fight back, of course. Sometimes I criticise people for not leaving, but I felt there was something maybe on in this game, which is why I did stay in it. You'll see later on that it really does get bad. But yeah, we did fight a goal back there, and I could feel there was something like maybe on in this game, but I've done it again now with Kunda. I've just run out, and that is just something you shouldn't be doing. And then it's a lovely finish, to be fair to him. I did need to work on my finishing a bit this weekend. I thought it was better than usual, but still not good. And yeah, literally every time he ran forward, I just struggled. I really couldn't, I don't know if I couldn't focus in this game or whatever, but every time that I had to defend, I kind of just pulled my defenders in the wrong direction. I don't know how it happened, but he's gone 5-1 up now. We're only 55 minutes in, and you see again here, he just plays Werner in. I shouldn't have called the keeper out there, but luckily it just went over the bar. Like, it was close. But, we did pull one back, actually. It's a nice little play, and this team definitely is fun, and that is literally, that shows the attacking fullback in the best way possible. Zanetti absolutely coming forward and thumping that into the corner. But then we pulled another one back, and I sniffed maybe there could be a bit of a comeback here. I mean, we were 5-1 down. Teixeira's now got one. There's a few times with this side where they just looked offside and then weren't. But again, there we've scored with Talisca, but it's a Stupinian with the assist, and he wouldn't normally be there using my normal tactics. So we managed to get back to 5-4, and it was all close now. And of course, Bakambu's in. Bakambu's always going to score from there, even against Nick Pope, with Varane trying to come across and also block the hell out of it. But we did manage to get a goal there. So 86 minutes is 5-5. He was obviously rattled. A lovely little set-up touch there. That's something I've started doing recently. It works so well. That or the contextual nutmeg are both brilliant. And we turned the game around, and we made it 6-5 after being 5-1 down. And what a win that was. That was a pretty amazing one. There, and you can just see there, like, I have to scroll down because the amount of events that happened, it really was a ridiculous game. But then we just carried on winning. We got a 4-3 win, we got a 3-0 rage quit. We did DC from a game. I didn't manage to show that, but we did get a loss from a DC, which is why you'll see we're on 3 losses next time I do a focus game like this one. Here we are. I believe we are 6-3 in this game. Yeah, we are. My I had stuff on my desk covering it there when I'm trying to keep track. But yeah, we did get a loss from a DC, unfortunately. But this team really worries me, the one we've got here. He had 3 really good reds in Pope, Zaha, and Salah. But it didn't matter. We were just 2 minutes in here. It's an overlap from Keane, who's actually still on stay back. But we did score, like, Teixeira should never win that header, but he did. I don't know why Keane was actually there when he's always on stay back. I think maybe like the tactics hadn't come into force yet because we've only been playing 2 minutes. We got another lucky goal here. We were quite fortunate in this game, but of course you're never, as we saw last game, you've never won a game, have you, until the whistle was blown. He played Rooney in here. I moved the keeper badly, and then he got a bit of a lucky goal as well, which kind of evened it out with the Llorente goal, because they were very similar. But you can see Llorente on the run again here. His overlaps, along with the fullbacks ones, they were so helpful. I really did like this tactic for that. But the main thing, I'm going to keep reiterating it, is Talisca. Talisca was not in the game before. Like, he would be dropping back a lot. You can see when I've used other players there, like when I did my Red Lingard team and stuff like that, you'd have the cam in this formation dropping back to like left back for some reason, but you can see we're just scoring more and more goals here, and it really did cause issues. But yeah, I was thinking of maybe removing Talisca from the team or whatever, but now he's invaluable to me in this new formation. He's creating, he's scoring, he's literally doing everything that you'd want him to do. Yeah, and this game just really showed this tactic at its best. We just absolutely pulled him apart. I don't know why he didn't leave. Obviously, I can say that I didn't leave in the game before and turned it around. But yeah, when it's 8-1, you do have 40, well, not 14, well, you do have 30 games to play, and it is quite a lot. So you think maybe they'd leave, but no. But yeah, this game was probably the best one I've played in a very long time. I still did concede 2 goals, but you see, Talisca with the set-up touch on his strong foot and then across the goal, it works literally every time. It is one of my favourite things to do here. And you think maybe Kunda could have got that, and again, maybe I could have got that, and that is quite an annoying one to concede there, and that did happen a few times. I do struggle, when there's crosses across the box, sometimes I will press like square, mainly square because it clears it better, or X, and it just doesn't really work. They just missed the ball completely, but yeah, this is just literally the luckiest goal you're ever going to see from me there. I had about 4 shots and it just kept bouncing back to me, but we did pull off a 10-2 win, and that is not something you expect to have in weekend league. So that was a nice little surprise. But yeah, we did face another really nice team here. Anyone who's got Ronaldo is going to be pretty scary, aren't they? Varane and Mendy as well. Like, I thought we weren't going to see them as much. Like last weekend I didn't see them as much, but this weekend we were full on. We saw Varane, Mendy. You see this guy had oh, what is he called? He had the other 2 as well. The PSG link of Neymar and Mbappe. But we did go 1-0 up quickly, but Neymar ruined me in this game, like, completely. You can see there, it's great play from him. It's still bad defending. Defending is what I need to work on the most, because I think attacking-wise, I'm okay. You just see another example there of the block not working properly. I did actually press there. Maybe I should get like the controller thing that shows me when I'm pressing, and that can like help me work out what I'm doing wrong maybe. I don't tend to analyse games. I just kind of ended up doing it here because I was making a video for you guys. But yeah, I struggled against Ronaldo as usual, but you can't really say like Ronaldo's like a player that you struggle against randomly. He is Ronaldo, everyone's going to struggle against him. But we brought on Wayne Rooney. I've brought him in a lot of positions. I normally bring him on for Talisca because he hasn't got the best stamina, but I brought him on even for Herrera before at centre mid. He can literally play anywhere. I brought him on once at right back for Zanessi and he did the job, so he can really play anywhere, and of course up front as well. But yeah, we got a nice little fortunate bounce here in our direction. It played in that man again off the bench, David, and he did finish it and got us another injury time win. I think he's done that like twice now. We've got quite a lot of late victories this week, and I think when you bring new players off the bench, though, I've got like David on the bench, I've got Lanes. You see some other games coming up here, by the way. When you do play the press tactic against high defenders, it works so well. We did lose a game 5-3 there. I didn't manage to get the highlights because I forgot to record it and only realised right at the end. But then we won 5-1 as well, and this was going really well. This was literally the best weekend league has gone for me in a long time. Because as I said, my best ever is 14-4. You can see some games here, we did actually manage to get to 14-4. You'll see, I know I'm spoiling it a little bit, but I decided to play on. I did get a red pick here, but it wasn't even worth showing you the one for 10 wins, because I ended up getting the 81 rated guy from Strasbourg, whose name I can't even remember. But yeah, I was looking forward to the 16 one, so I really wanted Llorente. My plan was I'd change my formation, I'd get the right mid Llorente, I'd get left mid Cucurella, and then I'd play them narrow in game, because they're both, obviously, Llorente is Hullet Gang and Cucurella is close to Hullet Gang. I could still do that. I'm only up to the 84 Cucurella because I haven't really been playing, but that was up to 13 wins there, and this is a nice team. We've seen quite a few Team of the Year Trents, which was a bit surprising. For some reason, you had Banega as well, but that Lautaro Martinez card is absolutely class, and of course Vieira as well, but then he did have a Serbi and Donnarumma, which was a bit strange. Not the kind of defence I'd probably go for, but then again, I got done at the byline, which has happened a lot. I really need to work on that. You can see it again here. That is the main place that people attack, but you're running down the byline or trying to cut in, and that is one that maybe should have been blocked. I did try and put a tackle in, it just didn't work. But you can see up the other end here, it's those attacking fullbacks again in this formation that have just another setup touch as well. I just have to appreciate it. It just stops me what I'm saying. It's just so nice to watch, basically. But there was a few fortunate goals here. Talisca seems to have a lot bounced back to him. We did get a off Dallo. I did do a nice little touch away, and I probably wasn't going anywhere, but he did actually make the foul, and of course it was Talisca that ended up taking it. He does have the best FKA and the best pens in my team. I don't really have a proper penalty taker, so I did just give it to him, and he literally stuck it right in the corner. There's nothing, no goalkeeper's going to stop that. Of course, maybe on FIFA they will, but in real life a goalkeeper's never going to stop that. But yeah, we did manage to almost turn the game around here. It was a lovely little shot, and then it got saved again. Like, that's ridiculous. You'd expect Rooney to score there, but he did manage to to hit the only place in the goal where it wouldn't go in, which was Manuel Neuer. But we didn't let that bit get us down. We did carry on going, and I've left this in here because I wanted to show you the nice passing play that does happen sometimes with this team. I like to be a nice, like, not complete possession player, but you see, we did end up scoring at the end of that. Not a complete possession player, but I do like to be a player who can play some nice football rather than just running through ball and then just chipping a keeper, which does still happen sometimes. Sometimes it's the only option, but I do like to play some passing play, so I thought I'd keep that in. He had another chance you've just seen at the end there that he couldn't convert, and we got ourselves another win, a nice little 6-3 win, and that meant we needed one more win to get our second player pick, and of course we played against a horrible defence, a lovely midfield. Of course, you had Neymar, and then Red Salah, who I'd actually seen a few times here with that Curtis Jones, or the centre mid, of course. If anyone took the left mid, then I kind of admire you. You're a bit brave, but at the same time, like, yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. But he took an early 1-0 lead through that Salah, who I've obviously got on the bench. He doesn't really fit into my team. And in this formation, maybe you'd have to play him up front and find a striker that can play cam and have a left mid as striker as well, something like that. But yeah, literally, we did get back into the game straight away. It's Bakambu, of course it is. That man's shots are so powerful. Talisca and Teixeira both do it as well, mainly Talisca as well, but they do some really powerful shots. And look at that for a finish, by the way, from Salah. There's just nothing I can really do about that, but you can see the high press coming into its own here. We win the ball back, we play it across, and yep, he didn't give the keeper a chance. And this game was full of goals. This is one of the most dramatic games. Not quite 6-5, but dramatic. And you can see there again, it's an error from me. I don't know if that one was an error from me or if it was like a pass that just went wrong, but I did move the keeper too early. That was one of my main things to work on. That's one of my main takeaways from this week. Trying to block the byline, not running out quickly with the defenders, and also moving the keeper at the right time. But yeah, nothing really happened in the second half. We've jumped from about the 40th minute to the 97th in extra time. You can see here the high press coming in. Again, it really is helpful. I did definitely enjoy using this tactic. So you're getting near the end now. I'm just going to start talking about what I did like and didn't like about it. It is fun. That's the main thing. The whole point of this is that you still play, you still have a good chance of winning, but it's fun at the same time. And you see, there's another coming in there. But yeah, the whole point is that you can have fun at the same time, and it definitely did do that. It plays like an actual football team would. Like, no one really sits with, like, and apart from Crystal Palace last night, no one really sits with their whole four defenders never getting forwards. They do overlap, they do get back, they do a lot of work in the forward department as well as the back, but most people don't do that. No one really plays on drop back one depth apart from Burnley either, do they? But yeah, it is kind of realistic to real football. It is fun, it does literally everything it's meant to, and yeah, we gave away a second pen ref of the game there. It was Kunda again. I'm really lucky that he didn't get booked for the first one, or that would have been the end of his day. But yeah, this literally was to win the game if I saved this, or it would go to penalties otherwise, because of course there's literally no time left. He did take it with Morris. Obviously Del Piero had the first one saved, and I was close. I dived at the last minute, but you can see we did have a penalty shootout, our first one of the week. And just a disclaimer before this starts, I've saved that one, but I'm awful at penalty shootouts. I'm dreadful at them. Mainly the scoring part, but yeah, that I thought that would be on target. I thought, like, I'd stick it right in the top corner, it would go in, but no, apparently not. And he just absolutely rinsed that penalty. Yeah, that's a beautiful pen. I tried the same with Salah. This was not a good penalty, I can tell you now. This shouldn't have gone in. Like, you don't really want to do that. You don't want to have that kind of big of a circle, because it gives the keeper a lot better chance to save it. But then Attal had another go. This guy likes going down the middle a lot. Sometimes they can go down the middle and like the keeper misses it or whatever. But with players that didn't have good penalties like Jonathan David, I'd just literally make the circle the same size as one half of the goal and then hope that the keeper guessed wrong. And you can see that did really work with the penalty that's coming up now, which is Roy Keane. If I did this like accurate, it would have been saved. So I just went, you know what, I'll hit it hard, but not so it can go over the bar. And it did fool the keeper. That's in a really awkward position, because if he stays in the middle there, he's probably going to miss it anyway. And then we won the game there. We actually won a penalty shootout. We got our 16th win, and we managed to get that second player pick. I could have played on, but I didn't really fancy it. It was getting a bit late. And I did enjoy this weekend league a lot more than usual, probably because I won. We got our best ever record. We got 16-4. So if we played all of our games, we probably would have got up to, maybe we would have won like 8 out of 10. We would have got up to 24 wins. So maybe we could have got elite. Probably not, because it does get harder. But you can see Somonson, who we already got there. We got stinky players. I ended up taking Ismail Assar just because he's quick. He has got 2-star weak foot, but he is a 4-star skiller. So maybe he could be fun. Maybe I'll use him in the team at some point. But yeah, that was the end of our weekend league. I'm really happy with it. Big thank you to #Harry for sharing these tactics. I've really enjoyed using them. Of course, you can check him out now. And yeah, that will be the end of this video. I've really enjoyed this. Let me know if you like this kind of thing, and I could make it into a series. But until next time, guys, goodbye.